Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brazil. It is now January. It was raining when I got up this morning, but our oat field is ready. So I took the opportunity to get the harvester here and to get the tractor and the trailer here, and we are ready to harvest this oat field. So we're going to jump right into it this morning and get this done. Had to make sure we're dropping a straw swath, because that straw is going to be making us some silage. So I was hanging out over at the mill, waiting for the rain to stop, and I noticed that the mill, in addition to producing flour and oil, will also produce chaff. And chaff can also be put into our barn to create even more silage. So we're in good shape. We got about 33,000 liters of flour, which I think is going to be a really good start on making donuts. We'll get probably about that amount out of this field, I would think. Maybe more. I don't know. Again, please don't trust my estimates on these things, because 90% of the time I am very wrong. So I'm just going to do a headland. I know I left space and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and do a headland. It just makes it easier. So I'll do down this side. I'll do across the top of the field here, or the bottom of the field. I don't know which is which. And then I'll turn the worker loose on it. And I'll do the carting. I don't think this field is going to take very long. It would have been an enormous sugar beet field. It's kind of an average sized oat field. If I could harvest sugar beets 12 meters at a time, then they would not be so intimidating. All right, let's get this knocked out. Well, we got an excellent yield on our oat field. This is, we got 2 full hoppers plus another 8,000 liters. So 2 full hoppers, that's about 25,000 liters, and then 8,000 more. So yeah, we're doing all right. We're going to be making a lot of flour. Man, I'm ready for those sugar beets to be ready. I want to make some donuts. And in addition, we'll make some money, which is also very good. All right, I'm going to head back up to the yard and put this trailer away, and then come back and get the harvester and get that put away because we won't need it again for a while. And then I'll bring you guys back and we'll figure out what we're going to do next today. This is a lot of straw. That was a really good harvest. That field yielded very well. If we were using precision farming, which might not be a bad idea. I've never used precision farming before. But just before we start selling donuts might be a good time to do that. And if I was a betting man, I would say that this particular piece of land that we're using right now is very fertile and is probably sandy loam or loam. So I'm going to give that some thought. And you save money on fertilizer, you save money on seeds. So I think this may be a good place to do my first attempt at precision farming. I like this farm a lot. It has quite a bit of land, but at the same time it seems like it's really compact, and it's fairly easy to work because no part of it is too far away. So I really like this farm. Glad we found this loading wagon in the sale. It needs a good wash though. but I can use our new pressure washer for that. Oh, remember a few minutes ago when I was talking about how compact this farm was and how it didn't take long to get anywhere? Well, that is still true. However, I thought it might be a good idea to put a silage silo over here. So I did. It's 15 grand, and all of our straw from this end of the farm can go into that silo. I think at some point I'm going to have to trim a tree or two, but we'll need to refill the sawmill here before too long, so that'll work. All of our silage is being distributed, so it really doesn't matter where we make it, because we're going to distribute it to, if we distribute it from here, it will either go to the BGA or it will go to the other facility to make total mixed ration. So it's going to get distributed. It's going to go somewhere where it's being useful. And yeah, it just saves us some time and some effort. And if I can do that for 15 grand, I'll do it, because we won't ever notice that. But we will notice the driving back and forth. Almost done with this straw. But again, there was a lot of it. I'm not sure exactly how much, but we can look at our silo after I'm done here. I started to dump the first load down in the barn, and then I thought, well, you know, I'm going to have at least 3 loads. So it's worth it. It's worth it to have the fermenting silo down here. That was not a very high price to pay for a lot of convenience. Let's see how much we got. And I'm pretty sure it put that all the way down at the bottom of the list. I think it, well, no, it stuck it right there. Huh. Oh, well. So let's see how much straw is in it. 209,227 liters. Excellent. That's just going to make us more straw. More silage, I mean. And I'm going to hop out real quick and run over here and see how much chaff we have. I might as well pull that out and throw that in there too. I don't know. I don't know how much chaff it'll hold before we have to empty it. We have 4,500 liters of chaff, so, and it holds 145. So I think we can probably safely go through more stuff. There's no reason to get that in a silo right now. Let's see. I wanted to see. Yeah, the oils don't produce chaff. Doesn't look like. And it looks like we're going to need, unless we cut this sugar beet, we're going to need water here too. But our distributor should send water over here, no problem. If we have a production that needs water. Well, now that's odd. So soybeans, corn, and sorghum will produce flour, but no chaff. Oats, barley, and wheat produce flour and chaff. Huh. Who knew? All right. Well, we are we're going to get this back over to the farm and give it a rinse. And then figure out what we're going to do with that field. That tree needs to go. I'm gonna let the sawmill run for today, and then we'll check it tomorrow and see if it needs more wood. Because there's a few trees that we probably need to clear out. That one could go just a little too close to the road. Makes it hard to get where you're going. All right. I've been wanting to wash this for a long time. I think it was pretty dirty when we got it, wasn't it? There, that looks much nicer. Got the cedar all filled up. We're going to head down to our field that we just harvested, and we're going to put some sorghum in. We're running kind of low on chicken food. I think we can only fill up their food one more time before we're going to need some more food. So we're going to go ahead and plant some sorghum. The yield won't be as much as the oats just were, but we should still get a fairly decent yield off this field. Sorghum just doesn't yield like other grains. Alright, I'm going to do a headland because if I don't, I'm very afraid that the worker's going to end up planting sorghum in our sunflower field. Because they'll come up here and turn around and they'll back up and they'll lower the cedar before they go into the field, and they'll plant just a little piece out of that other field. So I'm going to give them plenty of room to work with so that they don't cause any damage. Let's get to sorghum over here on our seeds. There it is. Lower the cedar and let's do a headland. So just to let you know, 9 meters is better than 6 meters every time. Well, I shouldn't say every time. You get in a place like Fruling, where the fields are the size of a postage stamp, then 6 meters is probably on the largest side that you're going to want. I can't pronounce the name, but there's a Polish map that literally the fields are like 4 passes with a 6-meter planter. And I like playing those maps. They're very quaint and they're usually very pretty to look at. But you end up with a lot of time on your hands unless you have 15 fields. You get finished so quickly. All right, now the workers should be able to handle it. Well, our oat field is mostly planted. Just got to do just a few bits here and there. But what a good day. I really like it when we can get a field turned around, get it harvested, get the straw picked up, get it replanted, all in one day. That field was idle for a couple of hours at the most. So we wasted no time. But it's getting late in the afternoon and we've had a full day, so I think we're going to call this the end of the episode. Next time, I hope our sugar beets are going to be ready. That's what I really want to happen, and then we can build our donut factory and start making donuts. So if you liked this episode, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. And if you didn't like this episode, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.